This is ABC7 News at 5. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Haley Wilgus.
And I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks for being with us.
Our top story this evening, the suspected terror attack in Manchester, England that claimed nearly 24 lives.
ISIS has claimed responsibility for the bombing following a concert there, but U.S. intelligence is not verifying it. ABC's Ariel Reshef joins us live from Manchester.
Authorities just raising the threat level here in the UK to critical, the highest level, but residents in Manchester remaining defiant in the face of terror. A vigil outside City Hall today for the victims of last night's deadly attack.
You cannot defeat us because love in the end is always stronger than hate.
In London, the royal family pausing to remember those who died. This mother and daughter enjoying Ariana Grande's concert last night at the packed Manchester Arena. The show was just wrapping up when they heard an explosion.
We just ran. I don't really know which entrance we came out of. We just ran.
A crowd of panicked teens and their parents climbing over seats and railings trying to get to safety.
I was terrified and people were running up the stairs and dragging people on the floor, and by the time we got up to the top there was smoke everywhere, there was blood on the floor.
Officials say 22 people died in the attack, among them 8-year-old Safi Rose Russos and 18-year-old student Georgina Callender. This picture of Georgina with Ariana Grande in 2015. Police say a 23-year-old man has been arrested in connection with the attack. Authorities carried out 2 search warrants in the city's suburbs. They believe the blast was caused by a suicide bomber who died after detonating an improvised explosive.
I can confirm that the man suspected of carrying out last night's atrocity is 22-year-old Salman Abedi.
Manchester-born Salman Abedi has not been formally identified by the coroner. ISIS has claimed responsibility for the attack, but investigators are still working to figure out if the bomber acted alone or if he was part of a broader network. In Manchester, England, Ariel Reshef, ABC News. Now back to you.
Thank you, Ariel. Governor Rick Scott began today's state cabinet meeting in Tallahassee by asking for a moment of silence in response to Monday night's terrorist attack there. Scott says the suicide bombing immediately reminded him of the Pulse terror attack in Orlando nearly 1 year ago.
My heart goes out to everybody that was impacted by this. I remember back to the Pulse terrorist attack and those 49 lives that were lost, and talking to those families, and you hope this, you're just sorry that these things happen. So I hope this doesn't happen again anywhere in the world.
The Manchester suicide attack is the worst terrorist event in Great Britain since the London subway bombings from July of 2005. We will continue to monitor the developments surrounding the Manchester attack. Remember, you can get instant alerts on breaking news by downloading our My Suncoast app. You'll get important news, updates, weather forecasts, and traffic alerts right to your phone.
And Bob has been monitoring some possible severe weather that could be heading our way. For an update on that, let's head over to the Weather Center.
Yeah, and speaking of weather alerts, there are going to be a lot of them flying, I think, over the upcoming 48 hours, really. Already advisories are in place for the Suncoast. A lake wind advisory in effect right now. That's up until 8 o'clock, but more importantly, a coastal flood watch. On top of that, rip currents will be a real danger over the upcoming 48 hours. So folks heading to the beaches, be careful of those rip currents out there. They will be very prevalent. Notice this energy out here in the Gulf of Mexico. This looks rather ominous, like it's going to come our way, but right now it's moving basically west to east. So it is going to have an impact on North Florida, I think, through the night. Our rain chances are not all that strong here this evening, only at about 20% through the overnight hours, as that majority of rain will stay to our north. We have a few inland showers, not nearly as much as yesterday. Boy, we saw a lot of heavy rainfall, 2 to 3 inches into Hardee and DeSoto counties. There's the flood watch. This is kind of crucial. Winds will really pick up out of the southwest and out of the west over the upcoming 2 days, and that will cause some flooding problems, especially right around high tide. Again, it's in effect until Thursday morning, so that'll be a kind of a player. And then we have a small craft advisory in effect in the area that you see purple, and a rip current advisory for all the area beaches here, all the way up and down the coast. And it looks as though we will see some clouds rolling in throughout the night. Well, much more in our forecast coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. Sarasota County is once again working on a plan to address the area's homeless problem. The county has reworked a quality of life ordinance draft and shared it with county municipalities and other organizations. The draft addresses multiple issues, including outdoor lodging in public spaces and aggressive solicitation or panhandling. But at the same time, according to Sarasota County's Director of Homeless Services, Wayne Appleby, the homeless must have an option for basic services, bypassing the criminal justice system.
In order to be able to have those ordinances, you need a certain amount of capacity of emergency shelters so that you don't engage individuals who are living in that situation with the only option being the criminal justice system.
Once all the necessary parties are in agreement with the ordinance as well as the community approval, it will go in front of the County Commission to be considered.
New developments tonight in a joint effort to bring the Atlanta Braves spring training to Northport. Today, Sarasota County Commissioners unanimously approving an operating agreement for the deal. That deal includes spending $22 million in tourism taxes to help pay for the stadium and facilities. Now the commissioners have approved the agreement. West Villages can now apply for $20 million in state grant funding for stadium costs. The West Villages is providing the property and infrastructure for the Braves facility. The Development in Northport has until July 1st to apply for that funding. Another huge sports story, Tampa is getting another Super Bowl after the NFL owners learn a new stadium being built in Los Angeles won't be ready in time. Super Bowl 55 will be played at Raymond James Stadium in February of 2021. This will be Tampa's 5th time hosting the title game, the last one happening back in 2009. Construction on the new stadium going up in Los Angeles has been delayed by bad weather in California. The NFL requires new stadiums to be operational for 2 years before it can host a Super Bowl, and LA will not meet that deadline. But the city will get the Super Bowl 56 in the next year, 2022.
Now to more information on a data breach affecting gun owners in Florida. The Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services has discovered hackers now have the names of more than 16,000 Floridians who have concealed weapons permits. The agency says there was a data breach of the online payment system that processes fees for applications and permits. No financial information was obtained, but the agency believes the breach originated overseas. Local gun shop owner Francis Missantone says it's an issue that should have been more carefully monitored.
It's a shame that we always are playing behind the ball. We don't lead the leaders in it. We always say, oh, we should have done this, and then they do catch up afterwards. So the thing is, let's think about everything that could happen and try to prevent it before it does.
The department also warned the breach may have revealed Social Security numbers of nearly 470 customers. Those affected will be offered free credit protection for up to a year by the agency. Agriculture Commissioner Adam Putnam is ordering a review of the department's cybersecurity measures.
A follow-up now on a massive data breach that jeopardized the personal information of millions of Target customers in Florida and across the nation. Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi and 47 other attorneys general are announcing an $18.5 million settlement with Target Corporation. That settlement resolves the investigation into the 2013 breach that affected more than 41 million customer payment card accounts and contact information for more than 60 million customers. As part of the settlement, Target is required to implement new security measures. The company must maintain and support software on its network, segment its cardholder data environment from the rest of its computer network, maintain appropriate encryption policies, and take steps to control access to its network.
ABC7 business commentator Richard Stern is here to tell us that the winning streak continues on Wall Street. Richard.
Haley, you're absolutely right. It wasn't a big up day, but it was an up day from start to finish, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average has now been up for 4 days in a row. Doesn't sound like a big deal, but believe it or not, you have to go all the way back to mid-February, more than 3 months ago, since the Dow, in fact, did turn positive for 4 consecutive days. The NASDAQ, a meager gain, but guess what? It has now been up 12 out of the last 14 sessions. Sounds good to me. Let's take a look at the figures. There you see the Dow was up by 43 points, just over 0.2% at 20,937.91. That on volume of 688 million shares. The NASDAQ, as I say, just barely, but it does it up 5 points, not even 0.1% at 6,138.71. That on volume of 1,672 million shares. And the S&P up 4.5 points, not quite 0.2% at 2,398.42. Okay, you can fess up now. Cracker Barrel. Yes, you've stopped there. I know you have. Well, guess what? So have a lot of other people. The company is doing very well. Today announced an extra dividend as well as increasing its regular dividend. You might not know the company is based in Lebanon, Tennessee, has been in business since 1969 and operates 639 restaurants. And Cracker Barrel, every time I drive by, and yes, I've been there once or twice, always busy in the gift shop in the front as well as the restaurant. Quite an operation.
It sure is. And some problems, though, at AutoZone.
It's got some big problems at AutoZone. The company came out today on the top line and bottom line, missed on both, and stock for the day was down by more than 11.5%. That's a big miss.
Okay. All right, Richard, thanks so much for the update.
You are welcome.
Still to come in your Suncoast News, after an alarming rate of drowning incidents in our area, Sarasota County lifeguards work to prevent future tragedies.
And ABC7 Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your full weather forecast. Plus the social media apps that could have the most negative and positive impacts on your mental health.
Why settle for less? Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru is the best overall brand for 2 years running and the most trusted brand for 3 years running, according to Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com. Right now, you can lease one of Subaru's most versatile vehicles, the Subaru Crosstrek, for as little as $189 a month, or get 0% financing with complimentary maintenance included. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
This is an important medical announcement. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to uncontrollable bleeding and even death. If you've been prescribed one of these drugs and have experienced these dangerous side effects, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that Pradaxa can cause more heart attacks than warfarin, and other countries have already issued safety warnings against this drug. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to Pradaxa victims, and thousands of Xarelto victims are filing their legal cases. Call the Drug Watch hotline if you or a loved one used Xarelto or Pradaxa and experienced uncontrollable bleeding, brain hemorrhage, or even death. You must call now.
Call 800-793-6055. 800-793-6055.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Today, the air is perfect. Inside. Expect more from your cooling and heating. Daikin.
Drive into Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota and discover big savings during the Drive and Discover event. Come shop the Suncoast's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers, or stop by today and drive away in a 2017 Jeep Cherokee for just $18,999. And for a limited time, get America's best value, a new Dodge Journey for as little as $15,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
An average of 10 people die every day from drowning, and Florida has the highest rate in the nation.
Sarasota County alone has already seen 6 drownings this year. So officials are reaching out to the public to stress the importance of preventative measures. ABC7's Jess Dowdrick talked to lifeguards in County EMS today. She joins us live from Lido Beach, the pool there, with what they had to say about safety. Jess.
Good evening, Haley and Scott. It only takes 20 seconds for a child to drown. It can happen in the blink of an eye, and it does too often. So much so that it's the leading cause of death in children ages 1 to 4. As the days get hotter, people are taking to the beaches and pools to cool off. Memorial Day weekend marking the unofficial start to summer. But there's a big risk that comes with taking a dip.
Last year, Sarasota County had 10 drownings. So far this year, as of May, we've already had 6.
Summer is drowning season. 2/3 of fatal drownings happen between May and August. So how do you take extra precaution on our Suncoast beaches? First and foremost, swim at a beach that has lifeguards. That's Lido, Siesta, Nokomis, Venice, Minnesota, and North Jetty beaches.
They fly beach warning flags to warn swimmers about beach conditions.
A red flag means it's risky to swim. Yellow means there's a slight hazard, and green means the ocean is calm.
We also have signs about rip currents. They'll warn you about rip currents.
If you get caught up in a rip tide, don't fight it. Swim out of it and then to shore. Then there's swimming pool safety. There are 6 basic ways that you can be prepared. First, assign an adult to be the designated water watcher every time a child is near the water. Second, never leave your child alone near a pool, if even only for a moment. Third, make sure your pool has fencing on all 4 sides. That's at least 5 feet high with self-closing and self-latching gates. Fourth, learn CPR. Fifth, use door alarms, like this one.
These are available in many hardware stores.
And last but not least, teach your child to swim.
Another misconception that parents may have is, oh, my child did swim lessons. They can swim. I don't have to watch them anymore. The opposite is the truth. Children who are 10, 11 can still bump their head.
If you're at the beach and you lose your child, see someone caught in a riptide, anything of that sort, just let a lifeguard know they're there to help. Live at Lido Pool, Jess Dowdrick, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
All right, Jess, thank you. A Suncoast teacher is honored with a prestigious award from the state. Today, Governor Rick Scott recognizing 4 outstanding educators with the Governor's Shine Award. One of the 4 receiving that award is Justine Jackson. She teaches intensive language arts at Sarasota Middle School and has received multiple Ready and Literacy awards. The Shine Award is presented to teachers and administrators who make significant contributions to the field of education. Congratulations to her.
Fantastic.
Congratulations. And, you know, getting back to Jess's story, more apropos of what's happening right now is the rip currents. And rip currents actually claim more lives than do weather events, typically in the state of Florida, because we have so many of them here, especially after a cold front works its way through. If you're ever caught in a rip current, again, scream and yell as loud as you can to make sure you get people's attention. And swim out of it. Swim parallel to the coastline so you get out of the rip current and then back toward the coast. Don't ever try to swim against it. Even the most qualified swimmers cannot make it against that rip current because it can really take you out there. So keep that in mind. Again, rip current advisories are already flying here for Suncoast beaches, and they will stay there. Also, remember to swim near a lifeguard stand. Don't swim away from one. Don't swim where there isn't any lifeguards hanging around. Well, webcam really showing a lot of clouds around today. I know a lot of people asking me, is it going to rain? Is it going to rain? I said, no, it doesn't look like it. It shouldn't. It's not supposed to. The storm system really isn't going to get here until tomorrow afternoon. And we'll see a few showers out ahead of that, but not much. You can see a few inland storms. We saw those yesterday into Highlands County, also into Hardee and DeSoto counties. Those were rather intense at times, producing up to 3 to 4 inches of rainfall. Later on in the newscast, I'll show you that the Keach-Bryram Index is looking a lot better here in Sarasota County, and it could look even better after, say, Thursday afternoon. Right now, no showers around. It will stay that way through the evening. The rain way out here. We have a couple of areas of low pressure, really. One just off the coast of Louisiana. Another one way back here. This one back here is really going to send the energy to eventually kick a front into our area. Now, it's going to be a slow-moving system. So what that means, we'll have a couple of shots of some moderate to heavy rainfall at times throughout the day. Tomorrow, mainly in the afternoon, and then through Thursday morning. After Thursday morning, pretty much out of here, and it could be out of here as early as, say, Thursday, say 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. Big storms. Just to give you an indication of the energy in the atmosphere to our north right now, we've already had reports of a couple of tornadoes in Georgia. You saw those 2 markers there come up along I-75 just south of Atlanta near Macon. There they are right there, indicating that we had some tornado, at least Doppler-indicated tornadoes there just about 2.5 hours ago. Well, this is the late Wednesday, Thursday morning outlook. Actually, this is for all of Wednesday. You can get rid of that headline. That's just for tomorrow. And notice that we are in the actually thunderstorm area. That means the possibility of thunderstorms, severe weather marginal to the north of us. Now that's for Wednesday. Now you move ahead and the damaging winds stay to our north on Wednesday. But as far as late Wednesday and Thursday goes, you'll notice now we're into the slight chance for severe weather here across our entire viewing area. What that means is that we have a much better chance to get rough weather here. And we're talking winds gusting as high as 60 miles an hour tomorrow late afternoon and through the evening. That's I think our biggest point as far as severe weather goes, and it could linger into the early morning hours on Thursday. We'll keep you up to date as that information becomes closer to that arrival of the strong storms. 85 right now. Dew point is way up there at 72. Temperatures are not going to fall that much because the winds will stay strong out of the southwest, and that just pumps in that warm, moist air, and that warm, moist air will be in place. We're talking maybe 1.5 to 2.5 inches of rainfall totals here across the Suncoast before it's all over. Right now, we're expecting winds in the morning to be out of the southwest. That's the reason why we'll have that high surf advisory as well as the coastal flood watch. And then notice they pick up throughout the day. These are sustained winds, not gusts, but sustained. So we're talking 20 to 25-mile-an-hour winds, gusts as high as 30 at times coming out of the southwest prior to the arrival of the actual cold front. Now you'll see again that front will work its way through late tomorrow night and into Thursday morning. So tomorrow, a slight chance for a few morning showers up until about 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And then we start to see the rain chances pick up to 60%, then 80% after 5 o'clock, and staying above 80% all the way through early Thursday morning. Satellite and radar picture shows a couple of low pressures right here and another one spinning across parts of Kansas City as well as into Iowa right now, northern portions of Missouri. That's the secondary front which will work its way through and cool us down a little bit. We're talking some cooler weather as we move on in. Now a tornado watch is in effect. You see the area in red? That's a tornado watch for the Panhandle of Florida, South Georgia up into South Carolina, and then severe thunderstorm watch for the secondary front now moving through Texas. Right now we're not into the severe weather watches or tornado watches at this point, but that may change as early as midday tomorrow as the RPM forecast model showing this is at 4:30. Look at this is an intense line of storms out there in the Gulf of Mexico, and that makes its way through. There will definitely be some severe weather warnings with that. And then again at 3:30, the actual cold front starting to slide through. That too has the potential for producing some rough weather around town. So it's a double-barreled system. We'll watch it closely. The biggest problem will be tomorrow late afternoon and throughout Thursday morning. Small craft advisory is in effect as you would expect. Seas running 5 to 7 feet. The bays and inland waters will be rough and tough boating conditions again on Thursday. So 80% chance late afternoon on Wednesday, 70% mainly morning on Thursday, and then clearing and turning a little bit cooler. Looks good for the weekend, though. Sunshine comes out and dries us out just a little bit. Scott?
All right, Bob, in Suncoast Traffic Watch, drivers are seeing some backups along US 301 in Manatee County. This is right near State Road 64. And then north of there, towards as you get closer to the bridges, it's some slowdowns in downtown Bradenton. Haley?
Thank you, Scott. In health news tonight, overeating at any time of the day will likely result in weight gain, but skipping breakfast or eating too few calories earlier in the day appears to stack the odds against us. More and more research points to the fact that when you front load your calories, you have a much better chance of shedding pounds. People who do this tend to feel more satisfied in the evening, and there are differences in their hunger hormones. A study found that when people ate a big breakfast, over time, their triglyceride levels dropped and their blood sugar was more stable. Surviving sepsis comes down to beating the clock. Sepsis is the body's out-of-control reaction to an infection. By the time patients realize they have it, their organs could already be shutting down. Every additional hour it takes to give antibiotics and perform other key steps increases the odds of death by 4%. That's according to the study in the New England Journal of Medicine. Even a small infection can be a trigger, especially if you've recently had surgery. Signs of sepsis include a fever or feeling very cold, clammy skin, confusion, a rapid heartbeat, and extreme pain. Instagram is apparently the most detrimental social networking app for young people's mental health, followed closely by Snapchat. That's according to a new report by the Royal Society for Public Health in the UK. Researchers say Instagram draws young women to compare themselves against unrealistic Photoshop versions of reality. YouTube was the only social media platform found to have a positive impact. Overall, young people who spend more than 2 hours per day connecting on social networking sites are more likely to report poor mental health. A car theft turned kidnapping caught on camera. And a piece of space history is up for auction. The bidding price for this actual moon dust.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you, weeknights at 5.
It's Lincoln's summer sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sports Utility for $249 per month or 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
What Florida city is best known for spaceflight?
Cape Carnival.
Cape Carnival? Close enough. What condiment includes vinegar, molasses, and anchovies?
Westchester sauce.
Close enough. And now, a word from our sponsors.
One-off from the Florida Lottery. Now available for pick 2, 3, 4, and 5 games. Miss by 1 on any or all numbers and still win.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah.
Come on in, welcome to our pad. Trust me, folks, you're in for a ride. I'm driving, so relax. Unwind, leave your buckets all behind. Get ready to blow your mind. In Beatsville, don't be shy. Come and make the scene. Catch the crazy party inside. The hipsters here are gone and dig, man, they're on to something big. Yeah, they're gonna flip your wig in Beatsville. Catch the gig in Beatsville.
It's no small wonder anybody loves it all.
I just love art that moves me.
No small,
I mean, really moves me.
One.
Sunset Fiat of Sarasota presents No Small Wonder, high performance style. Let the art of Fiat move you.
For the last decade, S&S Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.
A missing Oklahoma City girl is home safe tonight after a car she was sleeping in was stolen. Surveillance video of the theft and kidnapping has now been released. A man casually walks up to the car at a gas pump and gets in and drives off. The girl was later found at a different gas station and taken to a hospital to be checked out. Police say the girl was not hurt and was reunited with her family. The suspect has since been caught. An airport in Denton, Texas has been shut down indefinitely after overnight storms damaged at least 15 airplanes and other buildings. Airport officials are still assessing the damage and making repairs. The severe weather also caused serious damage to several airport buildings, including a hangar. It's believed the airport was hit by winds topping 60 miles an hour.
A piece of space history is going on the auction block. It's a bag used by astronaut Neil Armstrong to bring the first sample of lunar material ever collected back to Earth. The current owner recently sent the bag to NASA, which confirmed it is genuine and the dust inside is indeed moon dust. The bag is expected to be sold anywhere for $2 to $4 million. The auction will be held on July 20th, which is the anniversary of the Apollo 11 moon landing. The St. Louis Zoo is celebrating a very special birth. Meet Moyo, a rare black rhino cub, only a few days old. He is only the second such rhino born in the zoo in the last 26 years. Caretakers say the little guy and his mom are bonding pretty well. It's unclear when Moyo will make his public debut. Black rhinos are critically endangered. They are believed to be about only 5,000 of them left in total. Look how cute.
5,001.
5001 now, and he enjoys getting his, I guess, scratches.
Yeah.
And, oh, that's so cute. And he'll grow up to be very large.
Yes, indeed.
Yes. Well, still to come on your Suncoast News, a shortage of drivers in Manatee County causing a problem for those in need of transportation.
What county officials are now doing to add more bus drivers for the county.
Fresh out of the box, the Alfa Romeo won us over. We went in skeptical and left in awe of this gorgeous machine. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
At Tidewell Hospice, we know it's never too late to say thank you to our military veterans. The Tidewell Honors Veterans Program has provided care to more than 13,000 military families since 2008. Tidewell volunteers help honor veterans through special pinning ceremonies that demonstrate our appreciation for the freedom our veterans fought to defend. If you know a veteran who can benefit from end-of-life care, call or visit tidewell.org today. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
When you want to get away from it all, to a place where you can do everything, or nothing at all, surrounded by natural beauty and all the modern amenities you might desire, then you'll want to be here at the Wannabe Inn on the beautiful shores of Manasota Key, Florida. To plan your escape, log on to wannabeinn.com.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Today, the air is perfect. Inside. Expect more from your cooling and heating. Daikin.
It does things that seem impossible. Feeling like it could change direction while airborne. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.